There's a moment in life when you suddenly realize something simple yet brutally honest. Most people reveal exactly who they are the second they start talking. You don't need to be a mind reader or a trained psychologist. Just listen. Their words carry their fears. Their tone exposes their insecurities. And their constant need to prove themselves screams louder than anything else. A man who lacks discipline, self-awareness, or wisdom cannot hide it. He exposes himself through noise, while the wise walk with a quiet, grounded presence. And that's the harsh truth many ignore. The loudest man in the room is usually the weakest. The world has always worked this way. Wise men speak because they actually have something to say. The foolish speak because silence terrifies them. So if you ever want to know a man's character, give him your attention for just a moment. Let him talk, and watch him tell you everything you need to know. Today on Stoicism Drive, we're breaking down 8 revealing things a foolish man always says about himself. 8 red flags that expose a restless spirit, a fragile ego, and a mind that refuses to grow. These aren't just statements, they're windows into the soul. Let's begin. Number 1. I already know that. We've all met this guy. You share a lesson that took you years to learn. Something that shaped you, yet he cuts you off immediately. Yeah, I know. He doesn't even let the sentence land. But that response isn't confidence. It's insecurity dressed in arrogance. A wise man revisits the same lesson 100 times because he understands that true wisdom isn't just information, it's depth, perspective, mastery. But the man who interrupts you, he's terrified of being reminded that he still has so much to learn. The Stoics understood this perfectly. The more convinced you are that you already know enough, the more blinded you become. A wise man says, "Tell me again." A foolish man hides behind pride. Number 2. That's just who I am. This sentence is the refuge of the weak. Call him out on irresponsibility, laziness, emotional outbursts, or lack of discipline, and he shrugs like he's describing his zodiac sign. But here's the truth. That's not who he is. That's who he settled for. When a man says, "That's just who I am," what he really means is, "Changing scares me." Stoicism teaches ownership, accountability, and the understanding that identity is not a cage. Identity is a direction. A wise man says, "This is who I'm becoming." A foolish man hides behind the past and calls it his personality. Number 3. I don't care what anyone thinks. It sounds bold. It sounds rebellious. But most of the time, it's a lie. Men who truly don't care never say it. They move silently. They show confidence through behavior, not announcements. But the man constantly repeating this mantra? He's already consumed by outside opinions. He's trying to convince himself, not you. The Stoic doesn't broadcast indifference. He simply lives it. No performance, no noise. Meanwhile, the fool says, "I don't care," right before changing everything he does for approval. True confidence needs no declaration. Number 4. I'm better than them. Nothing reveals insecurity faster than comparison. A man who talks about being better than others is shouting that his value depends on competition. The great never say they're great. They're too busy improving themselves to care about ranking others. Stoicism teaches mastery, not superiority. Every time a man says, "I'm better than them," he exposes how deeply he needs validation. His strength is an illusion built on fragile comparisons. Number 5. It's not my fault. This one is practically the national anthem of foolish men. When life goes wrong, they need a villain, the system, the boss, the partner, fate, luck, anything but themselves. But a Stoic takes responsibility even for the things outside his control. Not because he caused them, but because accountability keeps him strong. A man who refuses ownership is a man who refuses growth. Every time someone says, "It's not my fault," he's admitting, loud and clear, that life controls him. But the wise say, "What can I learn from this?" That question alone transforms everything. Number 6. I deserve better. Here's a dangerous one, because self-worth is important, but entitlement is poison. A man who says, "I deserve better," while doing nothing to earn better, lives in delusion. He wants respect without humility, progress without discipline, peace without sacrifice. The Stoic knows better. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you build. Life doesn't owe you anything. You owe yourself effort, consistency, growth. That's the difference between a man who rises and a man who rots. Number 7. I'm always right. You've seen these men, the ones who argue with everyone, cling to every opinion like it's their identity, twist conversations just to avoid admitting they were wrong. That's not strength. That's emotional fragility in armor. The strongest men I've met can say, "You might be right," with ease. They don't fear correction, they welcome it. Because learning doesn't hurt them. Only the ego fears being wrong. The Stoic doesn't chase victory in arguments, he chases truth. And truth only reveals itself to those who can admit their mistakes. Number 8. Nobody understands me. This statement drips with self-pity. It's fake depth. It's the cry of someone who refuses to evolve and wants sympathy more than progress. The world does not owe you understanding. It owes you challenge. If you want people to understand you, become someone worth understanding. Strength is built alone before it is recognized by others. The fool craves empathy. The Stoic craves growth. So those are the 8 phrases a foolish man always says. I already know that. That's just who I am. I don't care what people think. I'm better than them. It's not my fault. I deserve better. I'm always right. Nobody understands me. Every one of them is a mirror reflecting insecurity, entitlement, or lack of self-control. If you catch yourself using any of these phrases, don't panic, just reflect. Ask yourself, am I speaking from ego or discipline? From strength or fear? Because your words shape your destiny. A wise man treats his words like gold. A foolish man spends them like cheap change. The Stoic path is built on quiet strength. When pressure comes, you don't brag. You don't announce. You don't panic. You act. You observe. You adapt. The foolish shout to appear strong. The wise move in silence and become strong. People forget this. Silence is not weakness. Silence is controlled power. The most dangerous man in the room is never the loudest. It's the one who listens. Listening sharpens the mind. Talking without thinking exposes it. So the next time you feel the urge to prove something, pause. The next time your ego wants to show off, pause. When disrespect tempts you to react, pause. That pause is the birthplace of strength. As the Stoic philosopher taught, if you wish to improve, be content to be underestimated. Let them think you're foolish. Let them doubt you. Let them misjudge you. Meanwhile, you stay grounded. You keep growing. Your results will speak in ways your mouth never could. You're calm under pressure. You're disciplined when tested. Your patience in chaos. Your quiet confidence. These things tell the world who you are. You don't need to insist on your worth. It appears in your behavior. You don't need to shout your wisdom. It shows in your peace. Remember this. A foolish man brags about what he will do. A wise man simply does it. A foolish man reacts. A wise man responds. A foolish man talks. A wise man listens. Every day, you get to choose who you want to be. When you wake up tomorrow, pay attention to your words. Each sentence you speak is either protecting your peace or destroying it. Don't let your mouth betray your soul. Speak less, listen more, live with intention. That is the Stoic way: silent strength, sharp awareness, and unshakable focus. And if this message on Stoicism Drive brought you value, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who needs it, and drop a comment below. Your growth inspires ours. Let's keep walking this path together.